city of Pomona on the road to conference, where we'll be driving around the city and sharing how Patria's first multi-site campus had its genesis here, going from having no air conditioning to holding church in the Fox Theater and becoming a light to its community. Riding shotgun with me today is Pastor Steve, joining me to talk about his journey becoming the pastor of Patria Pomona, how he answered the call despite facing conflict in a changing season, and what his most anticipated experiences are as we embark on the road to conference.
Conference is coming 2025.
What can they expect?
You know what it feels like, family here.
Man, you guys just set me up for some trouble. Let's get back on the road.
All right, Pastor Steve, here we are in your hood, P-Town.
Let's go. Here we go.
We in your neck of the woods, just picked you up from Simon's Middle School.
Man, the memories here for sure.
We got a kind of a packed thing today. You know, we're going to see some memorable moments. How old is the Pomona campus now?
So the Pomona campus is going on its 6th year. Let's go to logistics here. So 2019 is when we actually started the campus. So what is the math on that now? Going into the 7th year.
Yeah, you live half a mile away from the current campus.
Yes, literally I could jog down there if I wanted to.
So 7 years ago, we announced, hey, our first campus as a church, we're going to Pomona. Your family was rooted at the Rancho campus. Your wife served in youth with me for many years. You served in kids many years. I mean, what caused you guys to say, okay, hey, we're going to jump into something that's in our city?
At the moment, we had just stepped away from doing ministry because I went back to school. My wife went back to school, so it was just a lot going on at that moment. And then we were like, hey, it's time to get back into serving. Took a year off, and then Pomona started the conversation. I looked at my wife and I said, we're gonna go to Pomona. And she said, no, we're not. We just put our foot in and jumped in the deep end and got it going with Pastor Aaron, and here we are.
But then our actual Sunday launch gathering happens where we were just at Simon's Middle School.
Yes.
I remember those days because I was walking those days with Aaron. You and your family were obviously serving. We forgot to ask a big question when we signed the lease agreement on that location.
Let me guess, where's the air conditioning at?
There's the air conditioner. And you gotta think, in our California, our summer's much different than the average one. It's not just June, July, August. September's hot, October's hot, November's hot. You guys are cleaning, it's a junior high. So, you know, you guys are cleaning bathrooms. At any point, were you feeling like, man, I don't know if this is going to take off, or this is a lot of work?
I'm going to be honest, no. And I'm going to tell you why. The community that was built with people that were coming and committing to say, I'm going to show up at 5:36 in the morning to set up and tear down. We made it just fun, like competition. Who was quicker to unload the trailer? Who was quicker to load it back up?
Yeah.
You know, like it was just those moments to be able to see those people doing that. It didn't even cross my mind like, dang, we got to go set up again. Or we got to go tear it down. Maybe in the summer.
Maybe
in the summer months
hot.
in the air conditioner.
It'll be hot again.
Yeah.
So tell me, because we got some other stuff we're going to go through. You and your family been serving now that campus, the church, over 15 years at our church as a whole. You get tapped on the arm, you and your wife, to say, hey, you guys be the perfect people to lead this campus, and Pastor Aaron's going to go and help us build all the future Patriot campuses. And what was that emotion like?
So it was a little bit of a shock. Why we Rancho pastors already? Why not going to one of them? And Pastor Aaron was just like, you love the people here. You smell like the sheep, he said. And it was just like, okay, you know, obviously prayer and a conversation that happened, but it was a shock for us, for sure.
Tony Cedar Park,
also known as Sharky's Park.
What's the story behind this park right here?
This was our community outreaches that we did here when we got plugged into Pomona. So we were trying to get connected with the city. What can we do? What could Patria, ALFC at the time, but Patria, what could we do to help the city? They used to do these things here called Project Hope, which they still do in the city of Pomona. We got connected with them. We came on out, had a booth, had a children's Abundant Kids booth at the time.
And then since then, you know, Sharky's Park is something that we served, and we also adopted a park, right, here in Pomona.
So we adopted a park here in the city of Pomona at Philadelphia Park. So what we did was we went out and planted trees.
Okay.
We went out and painted their brick walls that needed painting for the graffiti to be removed. Did some artwork on some of the trash cans. So we got together with some of the council members and the mayor. They told us where to go, We adopted it, and like I said, planted some trees, and we just went out there and kind of cleaned it up, made it look a little bit more presentable for the city.
Now, I remember back then the city used to call you guys a lot to try to help with some stuff. And I mean, the city still does a lot.
We helped out with the city Fox Theater right here. Look.
Here we are. I remember standing right here with Pastor Aaron shooting Facebook ads to invite people to that day that we were going to have a little pop-up. How many pop-ups did we do? Do you remember?
Neighborhood parties, we did 3 of them.
3 neighborhood parties. Yes. Hundreds of people would come out. It was exciting for all of us. It was all of our first campus we were launching.
And just to know that the Fox Theater is a historic spot here in the city of Pomona.
Landmark, I think,
here in the city of Pomona.
Yeah.
So to say we're going to have neighborhood parties, they're like, really, at the Fox?
Like, yeah. You'd have church at the Fox.
Let's do this. And just the stuff for us to be able to let the community know that here we are. Pull up here to Thirsty Girl spot.
We're pulling up
your favorite spot.
Let's grab one of your pinkety drinkities, one of your favorites. It's gonna be the first time I'm holding something pink for a very long time. So let's go get it.
Let's go.
I don't have daughters, so.
Let's go.
The Thirsty Girl. This looks like a thirsty boy to me.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like. All right. What do you recommend?
You want strong? You want sweet? You want creamy? You want both?
Probably a little sweeter and creamier right now. Some
Sweeter
midday.
and creamier right now.
You don't do a tonic, do you?
I can make you one.
I'll do my regular raspberry lemonade.
Oh,
See, I say it with
so
confidence.
cute.
You hear that?
You got a daughter, so you could just put it on her. Like they had Steve's already in the refrigerator, it looks like.
Oh.
But I threw a curveball.
Oh.
That's David, bro, thank you. I expect nothing less than Thirsty Girl. We're headed over to our campus here in Pomona, off of town. And we're headed over there right now, which is right where you live, kind of right near down the street.
Right down the street.
You run some days to the office.
I will it's been a minute, but I used to do it.
But who would have thought that after years of looking for a permanent location, not only would we find one that's beautiful, that we, did a lot of beautiful renovations to, but one that for the pastor, who we didn't even know at the time would be you and your wife, would live down the street.
Right, and another crazy story about the campus we're at right now, my son and daughter went to daycare back in the day when they were little.
When it was a Salvation
Army.
How
so
funny.
Just to come full circle around that, kids were already planted there. That's where our son learned how to pray.
Wow. So I think that leads into a great conversation, how our theme for conference, we got Patria Conference this year. We're talking about what it means to be found. Talk about your children, where the campus is right now, when it was a preschool, learning how to pray. We're talking about what it means to be found with salvation and having a relationship with Jesus. But I mean, even in your case, being found in terms of saying yes to God's call over your life. You spent your life in a different career. You chose to walk into full-time ministry to shepherd people. Saying yes to that call is also being found by God, which is kind of the point of the conference. We want people who have never known God before to find faith in Jesus, but also people who know God, but also have a clear lens for their path, their future, and be found in Him. So as we go into conference, do you got any thoughts now? Last year you were the Pomona campus pastor going into conference. This year, second year, you as the Pomona campus pastor. Are you processing any stuff going into it?
What was really good last year was our breakout sessions were really tremendous. People coming through and just getting connected there. So I'm looking forward to what breakout sessions we're going to be having. Maybe you already know what they are, but just to know what we're going to have on those breakout sessions, because
it's about shrinking the room. Not the breakout, but the breakout's benefit, because you shrink the room. You got a big room where we're having conference, but then you go to a breakout with 20, 30 people, and you're all learning something together. The same thing. Do you remember what breakout you went to last year?
So I led one of the breakout sessions last year, which was the marriage session. So that was really good to be able to be a part of that, and just the testimony behind it, just coming out of some things that were in my life in the past, to be able to lead and help other marriages thrive was something that was great.
We got exciting worship happening. We got Isaiah Templeton back at New Year's Eve for us.
That's right.
Everybody loved him, and he's going to be coming back from Elevation Church. Friday night is kind of like a church service, worship, Isaiah Templeton, but then we go into Saturday. Saturday morning kicks off, grab a coffee, get into your breakout sessions. Some of them meet outside, so it's still cool in the morning. So we got breakout sessions like you shared. It's one of your favorite things.
Right.
We're passing our Pomona campus right here. We got this in 2022, 23?
21.
2021. Part of the conference is in the afternoon, we're doing this big Patria Food Fest. Speaking of a great place that's dear to our heart, it's Rafa's.
Rafa.
What's the word with this, Pastor?
Man, they helped us out so much. When we had our 5-year celebration, we were able to get food, tacos to us. They helped us out. We've done video filming here for our generosity moments. We've done our youth generosity moments here as well. They're just welcoming and just want us to be a part of the church. So
I think it exhibits the Family Food Fest. What we're trying to do is not just work with also franchise, which those will be their food opportunities, but really local businesses. Mom and pop shops, Thirsty Girl, we got Rafa's. These are all people that have started businesses in the community, serve the community, partnering with them. That's the beauty of Family Food Fest that's going to happen on Saturdays. We're going to eat, we're going to have fun. That's what Patria Conference is all about. It's not just about getting great services and having great worship and great speakers, which that's amazing, but it's also having an opportunity to meet someone and build a friendship before you go home.
Right. Excited for it, man. Conference is coming 2025.
2025. Let's go ahead and get out of here before I get blocked in.